The 38th parallel was started into two divided nation, the North Korea and the South Korea, where there are two brothers living in both nation. Hwang Pyong-won was living in South Korea and served as a pharmacist, while his brother, who used to be a doctor before, ended up living in North Korea and became a worker in military as an Air Force. But even though he had a good and nice work, he don't have that much privilege in North Korea, while on the other hand, Hwang Pyong-won are living many privileges in South Korea. But why is that? Chapter 3 of the book Why Nation Fails, The Origins of Power, Prosperity, and Poverty, focus on the reason about what hinder a nations to prosper, and why other nations are much prosperous than other nation. Chapter 3 talk about the two different type of institution. One is called inclusive economic institution, and the other one is called extractive economic institution. What are these two? Inclusive economic institutions are characterized by a rule of law that enforces contracts and protects private property rights. This protection incentivizes productivity. Other than that, inclusive economic institutions promote innovation, and one of the proof of it is through education. In inclusive economic institution, the nation provide an education and everyone has an access of it. In other words, inclusive economic institution are type of institution that help a nation for growth, development, and posterity, while on the other hand, extractive economic institution is a type of institution where the political and economic arrangement are concentrated upon the hand of small elite or ruling class. The small elite or ruling class are the one who hold the power and resources, and this is mainly the cause why citizens have only limited privilege in the nation who adopt such institution. In other words, we can see that extractive institution is a type of institution that hinder or even prevent the citizens to adopt innovation that can help a nation for prosperity. For further understanding, let's get back to two brothers who's living in North and South Korea. Let's analyze their situation and try to understand what type of institutions they are living. 50 years ago, both of them are living the same standard in South Korea, where one of them is pharmacist and the other is doctor, as mentioned before. After they become separated, they meet again for the first time for 50 years. Where we can see the difference in their living. In South Korea, they adopt the inclusive economic institutions where they promote self and nation growth. It also give them the free will to choose their occupation or build their own business. They don't have to worry about their own rights, as the law already give it to them, through inclusive economic institution. And this is the reason for growth and wealth of the one who is living in South Korea. While on the other hand, the other country adopted extractive economic institutions, where he don't have that much privileges, as mentioned before.
I'm so sorry, it seems that Errol is having an interruption, so I, Charlie, will take over the review. In continuation to the discussion. In extractive economic institution, the citizens living in that country can just borrow money or sell their goods and services on the market. And these is sometimes the main cause that prohibits citizens or country for growth and development. Since the brother of Hwang Pyong-won was living in that kind of country that follows such institution, his privilege is very limited, even though he had a good and nice job. Other than that, the extractive economic institutions follow absolutist political institutions or extractive political institutions. It is what Errol has mentioned earlier, which is only the elite or ruler have rights for power and resources. While the country that adopt inclusive economic institution lives very different. In inclusive economic institution, they also follow inclusive political institution. It is a type of institution that follow pluralistic political institution. Pluralistic political institution is a type of political system in which the power is distributed more broadly. It is in contrast to absolutist political institutions. Now, we understand why Hwang Pyong-won is much more wealthier than his brother who is living in North Korea. This is the conclusion of my review. I hope we understand something about the Chapter 3 of Why Nation Fails: The Origins of Power, Prosperity, and Poverty. Thank you for watching.